down. I'm not sure. Well, actually, I don't know. But anyway, Columbia forces his way underneath Angel D'Souza right here. The 18 car of Vincent Marsh, our winner at Rockingham, he's got all four wheels down on the apron right now. I can't tell. They're just literally pushing on each other right here. And then once they get to the back stretch, it looks like in this pushing fight, Arnold Columbia wins out for a bit. As he just, I think, turns a dead left right here. As if to tell the 18, get off me. And, boy, I don't know. Tempers flaring already here at Talladega. We're not even on to lap number 5 yet. We're only on lap number 4 under the caution flag right now. So, boy, we're going to have to keep our eyes open and see what happens there between these two drivers, the 31 and the 18, Arnold Columbia and Vincent Marsh. We are preparing to go back underneath the green flag here at Talladega. Race number 5 of the Snickers Cup Series. Chad Skinner, our pole sitter, managed to hang on to the lead. He still is out front. He needs a really good run in that number 7 car. Noel Stiller tasted victory lane last week when we were at Atlanta. And so he's running in second. John Worry really looking for a good finish today in his Hendrick Motorsports car. The Drive to Hen Hunger, number 24 Chevy. He's in third. Doug Shears, he's up in the point standings, doing a tremendous job. That Toyota currently running in fourth. And Timmy Pacioli is up there in fifth. I'm noticing right now Hendrick Motorsports seems to have the upper hand as far as drafting partners. They got John Worry in third, Timmy Pacioli in fifth, seventh is Patrick Scroggins, and in the sixth position is a Hendrick engine driver. That would be the 14 car of Kurt Sidar. So I don't know if those Chevys will try getting together and start ganging up on Noel Stiller and Chad Skinner, but it'll be very interesting to see what they do. Well, Chad Skinner is your leader. Let's take a look before we go back under the green flag. See where our points leader is running, Sean Galligan. He's currently running in the 18th position. So we'll have to see if Galligan will still be able to survive the last 4 races that we've had at Daytona, Rockingham, Las Vegas, and Atlanta. We've had a different winner and we've had a different points leader when we leave each race. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the same can be said for here today. As of right now, nobody with the exception of Noel Stiller in the top 10 has won a race. So they have an opportunity here to have another first-time winner in the Snickers Cup Series back to green flag on lap 6 of 19. Noel Stiller thought about going up to the high line. No help for the Good Wrench Chevrolet, as they're going to say, you already won a race, now we're going to try and win one. John Worry to the inside of him. Here comes Doug Shears to do the same, as well as Timmy Pacioli and Kurt Sidar. Looks like those Hendrick cars maybe going to try and hook up. Here comes the 83 down low of Doug Shears. He'll challenge John Worry for that second position. Well, maybe not. Here comes Pacioli. Oh, John Worry trying to get to the inside. Worry has not led a lap yet this whole 2011 season. It would be very interesting to see if he can do so. John Worry, I believe, has a win over in the Mobile One Cup Series, but his luck has not been nearly as good here in the Snickers Cup Series. The 24 car, though, looks like a little bit of a silver lining on that gray cloud as he leads a lap here. 5 bonus points for the 24. But now Kurt Sidar says, thank you very much, I'll take that inside line. Look at Chad Skinner. He was first before. Now he's fallen up to that 4 wide. He's on the high side of that 4 wide racing back there. I think he's fallen all the way back into the 15th, now back into the 20th position. Just shows you just how tough it is if you don't have a drafting partner to be able to get up to the front. Kurt Sidar, he's had probably one of the fastest race cars in qualifying every single week. Currently sitting with 2 poles. That's the most of any driver so far this season. He's out in front, but maybe not for long. Here comes a 3 wide battle. Jordan Hetzer heading up the middle. Here comes Angel D'Souza down low with Arnold Columbia, who we saw getting that incident with Vincent Marsh just a while ago. And guess who's coming up fourth on that inside line? Our points leader, Sean Galligan. A lot of new players up at the front of this field. Anthony Nodder, we haven't talked much about him. Noah Cars, Kenny McCreary, Jacob Ward's coming, Mike Newman. Colin Cropley started way at the back of this field, and he's up there down on that inside line trying to charge towards the front. Arnold Columbia said that the year was not going the way that they were expecting. He wasn't sure if he could get his car up to the front. Look at him up in second right now, shoving the 34 car of Angel D'Souza. Will he go for the lead here? He's got Sean Galligan, our points leader, on his back bumper. Galligan down on the inside. Galligan could certainly open up the points lead with a win here today. He's got Noah Cars in tow, as well as the 97 of Jacob Ward. Some great racing here today. And the reason we're not seeing nearly as much contact, as much wrecks as we usually do is because there have been quite a few complaints about wrecks occurring here in the Snickers Cup Series. Drivers complaining that they're not really getting a chance to be able to, get a good finish. So NNSCRA has warned the drivers that they are to behave themselves. It's kind of hard to do at a restricted plate track, but there will be a penalty for drivers that do any aggressive driving. If it's a natural mistake, then all right. But if there is any aggressive driving which costs several drivers a chance of getting a good finish, then that will be taken in hand. Look at Colin Cropley going 3 wide, and I do think he led that lap. I'm not sure, but I think the 29 was able to squeak out the lead right there at the line. He was indeed. He was able to get it. Colin Cropley, 5 bonus points for that race car. Tay Kovacs coming up the middle here, the 78 Furniture Row Chevy. He's looking for a good run today. That's what I love about Talladega and about restricted plate tracks. You never know who's going to win at this racetrack, and it's always a new person up at the front of the field. You may see them back in 25th at one lap, and before you know it, they're up battling for the lead at the next point. Other cars moving up through the field here that we haven't talked about. Jacob Binzer, Anthony McCreary, and Brian LaFleur Jr., who we just talked to. He's coming up. He said he would settle for a top 20. He's headed for a top 10. Lap 12 of 19 on the board. Boy, these laps are winding down fast. Very fast, actually. Cropley kicked to the high side. Here comes Andrew Gonzalez taking over the top spot with Anthony McCreary and Brian LaFleur Jr., his drafting help. Now McCreary, caution is out. Caution flag is out. What for? Jake Cole, he's slow. Ben Stern. There's Zakala and Bowman. Oh, there's Kurt Sadar. Kurt Sadar is in trouble. John Worry is slow. James Silverfox is also slowed. Cade Stewart is slow. Patrick Scroggins, maybe a problem with the 48. Hetzer's slowing. Anthony Nodder, also slow. And I do believe Matt LaFleur, yes, right there, Matt LaFleur, who came in second in the points, he's on pit road. No clue what just happened. But we're about to find out. We'll look at a replay. I believe our current leader may be the, well, I'm actually not sure now, because they were all jostling for position there. Maybe Andrew Gonzalez? Oh, there's Vincent Marsh. His car just flipped around. What was going on there? That car was up off of at least 2 wheels that I know of. We'll look at that in just a minute as well. Oh my goodness. Go figure. Our current leader is going to be Brian LaFleur Jr. with Noel Stiller, Timmy Pacioli, Chad Skinner, and Doug Shears, our top 5. Let's look at what happened. Well, here's a look at what happened. 5 wide into turn number 1. You can't do that. Well, maybe you can, but unfortunately it didn't turn out the way these guys were planning. John Worry there. Let's see what the problem was. He's on the inside of Kurt Sadar right here. Nodder, Silverfox, and Cade Stewart are who make up that top 5. John Worry may have made contact here with the 14. Did he touch the apron and come up? I don't know. He gets into the 14 nonetheless. Scroggins is around. Matt LaFleur hits the wall. He's actually up on his side. Silverfox, Hetzer, Cade Stewart, as we mentioned, involves Scroggins. The 33 is literally riding the wall sideways, on its side. And I believe is still, though, able to manage to land it on all 4 wheels, thank heavens. Wow. What a wreck. And it took out a lot of drivers that we saw up at the front of the field. James Silverfox started on the outside of the front row. Matt LaFleur comes in second in points. John Worry was looking for a good finish here today. And Kurt Sadar is usually fast when we come to restricted plate tracks. He had the pole, I believe, for the Daytona 500. His day will obviously be done. And now here's what happens with Vincent Marsh. 18 seems to be like a pinball. TJ Morrishead is on his inside. Morrishead, I think, is fighting a very loose race car. Because watch this. He goes up the racetrack, makes contact once with Vincent Marsh. Then realizes, oh, I got to get off of him. Comes back down. Car once again slides up the racetrack, makes more contact right there. So then he gets off him again. And then the race car slides up the racetrack right there once more. And that ends up being the final blow as the 56 and the 18 get together and go up. And Jacob Binzer nowhere to go. And the 18 car was actually not only wheel hopping, he was up on his roof right there. Great job by Bubba Fitzpatrick to get through there. But the 18 was sliding. And if he hadn't made contact right there again with the 56 of Morsehead, he may have been riding on his roof all the way down the backstretch. But the strange thing is, after all that, he's able to still drive away. That's kind of scary. Alright, so that's what happens to Vincent Marsh. That's actually the second incident he's had happen, and both incidents he's had happen to him have been under the caution flag. TJ Morsehead, the second one. The first one occurred, as you remember, with Arnold Columbia. Well, they're going to come around and get the green flag next time by. We are on lap 16, which means we will have a 3-lap shootout to decide it all, with Brian LaFleur leading. And Noel Stiller in second. Timmy Pacioli runs in third. Cars that were out of the race as a result of this wreck were Jacob Ward, who will be 36th. Anthony Nutter will be 37th. 38th will go to... just a minute. Let me find out here. We do know that Jake Berg was involved in the first wreck. He will finish 42nd.